I am coming at you live from my playroom. Those are pictures of the 4 kitties. They're birth announcements. If anyone can give me a thumbs up or thumbs down if the background music is really distracting, because I know that can be annoying. And give me a second here. I'm going to turn it down. It's loud. All right. So let's talk resilience. I'm actually giving a talk on this later today for the Complete Manager Makeover Summit, which is comprised of a bunch of business leaders and HR professionals who are meant to lead in their organization. And that topic of resilience comes up again and again and again. And it's not just in the workforce. It's in real life. We've all heard this expression, right? I survived 100, or you've survived 100% of your worst days. You've survived 100% of your worst days. And I know people feel that and they're like, yeah, good. That's true, that's right. I have a question for you. How long have you been in survival mode? How long have you just been surviving? Yeah, we can survive. Yeah, our hearts can keep beating. But isn't life more than that? Don't you want more from yourself than just getting by? And so many of us right now, are you feeling like, I'm just in survival mode, I'm just trying to get by, and you're slogging through it, and it's taking its toll on your health? You're not sleeping properly, you're not eating properly, you're not doing the self-care that you need. You're surviving, but what would it be like to be thriving? Tell me, are you in that autopilot where you're just going through the motions day in, day out? You're a checklist robot, you got your to-do list, and you're just marking off one thing at a time just to get through it, completely oblivious of why you do what you do. What's this all about? So many people are just putting enough in their gas tank to make it through the day. They're putting in that $5, just enough to make it through before that red light goes on again, telling you you're at empty. Tell me, what keeps you from pulling over and filling up that tank fully? It's not easy to do. It's so much easier to just keep kind of barely making it by, but it comes at a toll. If you can pull back and actually see your life, you're just skimming. And you think you're doing it out of the best interest for your kids. How many of you guys say that? Like, my kids need me, I gotta put them first. And so we forget to put the oxygen mask on ourselves first. And here we are running all around, getting them what they need, getting them to their activities, giving them food, and we haven't even fed ourselves. We haven't taken care of ourselves. But it's like, well, I can't, my kids, it's this mindset, this limiting lie that we tell ourselves that the kids have to come first before me. And don't get me wrong, your kids, their needs are incredibly important, but they need a role model. They need a role model who is rested, who is modeling the behavior that you want for them. They're looking to you. They're subconsciously noticing, how does mom take care of herself? How does dad take care of himself? And if you are just, not feeling that heavy weight, feeling that pressure, and you're struggling, like I said, with some health issues right now, here's a stat that blew my mind. And this was in May. This was this last year, May. So, COVID had been going for about 3 months now. There was a 34% increase, uptick in anti-anxiety meds. And I know, talking to friends and people, that life has become so unbearable. I need something now. I need something to just get me through this. And I'm not knocking anyone that's taking anti-anxiety meds or prescriptions. I get it. But that is a Band-Aid that will help you get by. But what's at the root? And how can you, in complementing that, learn some really valuable tips and tricks and ways of being that are going to help sustain you, that are going to give you that resilience and that strength, so you're not dependent on anyone or anything to stay strong. Another stat that blew my mind, 4 in 10 people are just barely making it by, not feeling like their best self, struggling to get up in the morning. That's reality. So what are you going to do about it? So there's three things that you are lacking. If you're feeling this, I guarantee you, the 3 C's are clarity, why you do what you do. Have you thought about why you're doing what you're doing, what you really want for yourself? Do you have clarity? Do you have clarity on where you're going? The next C is confidence. You may have clarity, you may have a vision, but do you have the confidence to execute on it? Like, level with me right now. Do you have the confidence to execute on what you know is true for you? Or are you doubting yourself? And the third one is connection, and we are all craving this right now. We are all lacking it and missing it in all pockets of our life. And we need it. And as women, we really need it, because that's how we, looking back on where we came from, our ancestry, we used to commune together. We used to live in villages and support each other, and we don't have that anymore. So how do we create connection? And when we realize we're not alone, we do so much more. And I want to share with you someone that I worked closely with, Christine. Christine was someone who came to me when she was just starting her divorce. And she was scared. She was really scared of what it was going to look like, had no confidence, no clarity. And she said, I don't know what I need to do, Lauren. I just need to do something. And she knew me on a personal level, so there was a level of trust there. But she took the time to really get clear on who she was, what she wanted. And as she paid attention and started trusting that voice, her intuition started speaking louder. Her confidence got stronger. And so no longer was she wobbling every time, her ex was asking something of her. No longer was she compromising her boundaries. No longer was it just all about running on empty to keep the kids going. So I want you to check in. I want to ask yourself, if you fall into one of these, you need something, this is not working for you, but you say one of these excuses. I wrote them down because this is what I hear all the time from people. They want something, they want change, but they listen to that voice of doubt in their head. These are some of them. Timing isn't right. No shit, it's never going to be right. Were you ready to have your kids when they came? You're never ready. Sometimes we have to take that leap of faith to make real change and progress happen. I need to wait until blank happens. What, really? You're going to defer your joy? You're going to defer living life with purpose because you're waiting on some external factor to happen for you? I get it, but I'm telling you, I don't have the plan mapped out yet, and I don't have the resources. Well, that's part of the issue, is you're continuously trying to play catch up. You're like behind and you're just trying to run and tread the water, waiting for the map and the plan to be all put in place, and then I'll do it. How long can you tread that water for before you actually say, wow, I'm drowning? Can you not get to the place of drowning and rock bottom before you make change happen? Can you be resourceful? I know you can. I know you can. The other one, I can't risk, fill in the blank. I can't risk blank until I know it'll all work out. Again, you're looking for certainty. Life is not about certainty. The most courageous act is being vulnerable. Being vulnerable even to yourself. To putting yourself out there, knowing there's no guarantee, but you're doing it because it's being true to you. It's taking that risk. It's taking that first step. Just that first step. And just like when we're exercising, we're starting to get in motion, we warm ourselves up. You start getting in motion, objects in motion. What is it? Stay in motion. Stay in motion. So you gotta get yourself moving in the direction you want, and then the momentum starts building. So those are the main ones that I hear, and I wanted to share them because if you're saying them to yourself, catch yourself. It's so easy to just stay and not commit, and I'm making this motion because you're the helicopter, just surveying the scene around and around, know what you should do, and you're not taking off. You're not going to the direction that you need. So if there's one thing I want you to do from this, I want you to disobey that voice that tells you that you're not ready yet. Disobey that voice. Because that voice will keep you small. It will keep you where you're at. I'm just going to take a quick peek at some comments here. Hey, Mandy. Awesome. Glad this is useful. Rachel, this makes so much sense. I'm glad to hear that. Tell me if you are in survival mode and what is holding you back. Were those excuses that I hear some that play in your own mind? What other excuses are you giving yourself? And what's it going to take to make a different choice today? One choice. Have it be an experiment. Have it be fun, you guys. Life is about creating fun. When we are in fun, we are creative, we are open, and we let go of all this heaviness, this weight that it's got to be perfect. So cut the excuses and send me a message or a DM with just the word thrive. And if you want to connect and take this conversation further, if you're ready to do the work, if you're ready to disobey that voice, send me thrive and I will respond to you and we will take it from there. You are resilient, but you got to notice when you let those little things take your energy and zap you. Those little things, a text message, an email, someone else's energy that you let into your space. Every time you let that in and you let it take you off your course, you're abandoning yourself. All right, people, I got to go practice and finish getting ready for my workshop in a couple hours. I'm super excited about it. We're going to be talking exactly about this stuff, but on a much deeper level. So cheers to you on this Thursday. Thanks for being with me. Comment, share. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. Sending love.